Hi, I'm Jim, and today you're in Jim's Garage. Today I'm going to talk about tools that you probably want if you're going to start working on your car. I've done some videos on jacking up your car, and of course, in order to work on your car, you're likely going to have to somehow lift the car so you can access some parts of the car underneath the car. So getting jacks and jack stands and the basic tools that you might find, for example, Harbor Freight, you can buy like an auto mechanic tool set, and those things will be very helpful for you. However, over time, what happens is I've come across situations where the standard tool set doesn't have what I need, and I need to use something else. And I figured out there are actually quite a few things that I use quite often that are not a part of that standard tool set. So this is the 5 things that are not in this standard tool set that you probably would want if you're gonna start working on your Mini Cooper. These are all kind of, I think, equal, so I'm not really gonna categorize them as being one over another. But I kind of will start out with the ones that are a little, I guess, cheaper to buy and stuff like that. What you're gonna find out is when you start taking apart the car, you're gonna find like, oh, I need to take off trim pieces. And basically what you're gonna need are little tools to take out little plastic plugs and stuff like that. And just getting this very simple trim tool, it just forks out the plugs, allows you to just pull them out. Another thing you're gonna wanna get are plastic ties. I mean, these are wonderful. You're gonna take some things out, they're gonna break. Plastic ties are awesome. They just, you can secure wires when trim pieces fall. You just zip them up, clip off the end, all right? And these are great. And along with that is tin snips. A lot of the tools come with like clippers that will let you clip stuff off. But I really find that with the tin snips, it's very hard to find something where I can't get something off that needs to come off. And it's almost like every time I'm working on a car, I need to use the plastic ties to tie something down that I had to snip off, or if there's some use this to get the little plugs out. These are just invaluable if you're going to start working your car. That is something outside of what's in the normal package. All right, the second thing I'm going to talk about is you'll have wrenches and pliers in the toolkit, but for working on cars, usually you need like specialty wrenches and stuff, or pliers and stuff. One of them are these separation things. A lot of times you have to try to like get a ring off of something, so you want to be able to press down and separate things, not just wrench down in the opposite direction. Needle nose pliers, sometimes you have to like get around. You can't really access the what you want to grab from straight away, and having the bent needle nose pliers is awesome. And in line with that, a lot of the coolant systems, especially in the Mini, they have these types of coolant clips, and basically what you do is you push these together and they loosen. So if I put this on here, this is a special pliers that allows you to loosen the coolant rings, and it just pushes down. And the cool thing about this is you flip this thing and it will hold. So therefore you can now pull the coolant tubes off of where you need it, and these are just very helpful. All right, number 3, these are adjustable type wrenches and sockets. Okay, so you buy these in the sets, and they have wrenching opportunities. But just like I was mentioning, the bent needle nose pliers, there's lots of times when you just can't get this tool in the right spot, even though you may have offsets and stuff like that. It's just not enough. So having a set of wrenches that have flexibility, for example, in this part, and can go both ways, can ratchet one way or another. Having different sizes, these are great. And also, for example, even a ratchet. So this is sort of just a regular ratchet that allows you to turn, but this one, allows you to swivel so that you can access different areas. These things are just, these types of specialty wrenches are number 3 on the list that are good things that you should get if you're going to work on your car. So a lot of the standard automotive sets, they come with sort of like general chrome sockets, and of course you need sockets to work on the car. But what they often don't come with are impact wrenches. So these are the black ones. These are the ones that you can utilize your impact gun on. And so in addition to the typical tools that you want to get some impact drill. Now these drills come in different sizes. I mean, you've seen these all over the internet. But you also want the impact sockets, so different size impact sockets. And if you, again, with this idea that it's hard to reach things, if you get the impact sockets, you're going to want impact socket adapters. These things allow you to have different angles so that you can use the impact gun, so you can change what size socket you're using compared to whatever impact instrument you're using. Or if you need, for example, extensions, get some impact extensions. For example, you get a long extension, and sometimes these have little wobble things, so that lets you access different parts of the car. These things are just very valuable for allowing you to get stuff off that you really couldn't get just probably trying to use the regular tools. All right, and then last for number 5, what we have are torque wrenches. Here's a torque wrench. It's a beam, split beam style, and it's pretty cool because all you have to do to set the torque is it has a little scale here, and then you just move this dial. It will put it in as to whatever torque is needed depending on what you're looking for. I use this a lot with for example, even if I take my tires off and I want to put the tires back on, I don't just use the torque drill to drill the sockets back in. I just set my tires in this torque wrench to 95 foot-pounds, and then tighten down the bolts on the car to 95 foot-pounds. And I generally don't have a problem. That's plenty of torque to torque down the bolts too. The other reason I like it is because it has adjustability here. Even it's not great adjustability, but it's better than nothing. And there have been situations where you're trying to get torque on something, and having the ability just to move this just a little bit was extremely helpful. And then they also have these smaller ones. So if you have something which says, for example, these are less than 9 Newton meters. So there's inch pounds and foot pounds. But these are great because you just put a small socket or something like that, and this part will bend here according to the socket, and therefore you're not torquing it too much. All right, and I think I almost forgot. Another thing that you really want if you're going to work on cars is a magnet, an extending telescoping magnet, and here it is. And this is invaluable because it is inevitable that when you work on the car, you're going to be unscrewing things and using impact wrenches or other mechanical tools. And you're going to go ahead and try to grab that screw, and it's going to fall into the engine bay. Now, a lot of times it will fall to the floor, and you'll be able to easily find it. But even then, you have this; you can grab it. But sometimes it ends up there, and then this is just real easy. Wherever it fell, this thing is huge. This magnet is huge. You just go down, and sometimes it hits things around there, but usually most of the time it's just so easy. It picks it up, then you have a screw, and you don't want just random screws lying in your engine. Probably not going to be harmful, but this thing is just awesome to use.